if TCU loses or if USC loses, take them one at a time, please, Andy.
Yep.
Should Ohio State, first of all, should Ohio State jump over them? And secondly, do you think they will?
I'm not going to get into should or I don't know. I mean, they say 4 best, and it's the 13 people's opinion of what the 4 best is what's going to happen. So if USC loses to Utah, they're out. They're going to put Ohio State in there. The bigger question is if TCU loses and then what and then USC wins, because TCU would be 12-1. They would not be a conference champion, but neither would Ohio State. I think the Big 12 probably deserves more respect than it's gotten this year because there were no off days in the Big 12. Pretty much everybody could beat everybody. Everybody was pretty good. There were no games you could sleepwalk through and win. And if you look at TCU, they've proven they can win in a multitude of ways. They can beat you in a shootout. They can fall behind and come back. They can beat you in a rock fight like they did against Texas. They are a pretty complete team at this point with a pretty complete resume. That said, if you look back at the committee's history, when they have a controversial choice between number 4 and number 5, they always pick the team that they think would win if they played. So they say they don't look at Vegas lines, but they almost always pick the team that would be favored in Vegas. Ohio State would be favored over TCU or USC. It'd actually probably be favored over Michigan if they played again, which if you saw the game, you're wondering why the hell that would happen. But that's what that usually comes down to. It came down to it in 2014 when they were looking at Ohio State and TCU and Baylor. And guess what? They picked right because Ohio State won the national championship. It happened in 2017. They had Alabama sitting there. They had Ohio State sitting there. They picked Alabama. Guess what? Alabama won the national title.
So, first of all, there's a lot of things that I have a problem with there. If that's the case, then let's just go by the Vegas spreads at the start of the year and have those 4 teams be in the college football playoff. But here's my bigger concern, Andy. Even like USC or TCU, in my mind, they shouldn't be penalized by playing in a conference championship game while Ohio State just sits there. That, to me, seems unfair. Like on some level.
It's almost as if they should change the system. Oh, wait, they already voted to do that. So that's one of the reasons why they're changing it. The new system, the 12-team playoff that's coming in, the conference championship game can actually help you and probably won't knock you out of the playoff. It might knock you into a road game or it might knock you out of a bye, but it's going to be a situation where you're not going to be completely just shut out of the thing if you lose a game that you didn't. Somebody texted me last week and said, why doesn't USC just sit this one out? And I was like, well, because I don't think USC is going to write the check for the broadcast rights fee to the Pac-12 championship game that's not going to be broadcast. And the Pac-12 is not going to do any favors to USC, which is leaving for the Big Ten. So, that's not going to happen. But your point is valid. And that is why, or one of the reasons why, that they are making these changes.